Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our Vancouver Canucks heading into the year 2 free agency. And my goodness, there's a bunch of free agents available this year. Now, I was asking you guys for your opinions, and my goodness, there's everyone saying crazy stuff. Get Marian Gaborik, and get Patrick Marleau, and get Daniel Girardi. Basically, get the best players available. Okay, so before I do any of these signing, again, I just want to show you guys the players or the roster spots that we do need to fill up, okay? I don't think we need to go after a Marian Gaborik or Patrick Marleau. I mean, I agree with you guys when you say that we have to start Jonathan Drouin this year, right? I mean, the last 2 years have been a complete flop. Let's turn this around and give some of our young stars some starting time. Yeah, I would agree that Gaborik and the two Sedin twins would tear it up, but then we wouldn't be able to get depth. We would not be able to get that defenseman that we need, and Jonathan Drouin would have another year in the minors or so. And I think with his shooting category, yeah, like the power's already 88 and 89. I think he could have a 25-goal season on that first line with the Sedin twins, and then next year he's mid-80s hopefully, okay? So I think it would be smart to put Jonathan Drouin on the first line with the two Sedin twins. But then the question is, we need more forwards, all right? Because you got the two Sedin twins and Jonathan Drouin on the first line. Then, hang on a second, let me just go forwards. Then you got Ryan Kessler, David Booth, and then we need a right winger. Alfie is now gone, so we need that second line right winger. And I don't think Marian Gaborik fits into that second line position. He's more of a first liner franchise type player. He really is like a 40-goal scorer. I would love to get him, but just way too much salary. Way too much salary, all right? So we need that a little bit of a lesser second line right winger or left winger. It really doesn't matter. Then for our bottom six, we have Weiss, Hansen, Cassian, and Malhotra. And then we need two more positions, either two third liners or two fourth liners. We got to figure out where we're going to put those players, okay? So we need a right winger, a second line right winger, and then two depth players. And then we don't necessarily need a defenseman. We already have six if we play this Kevin Cottonen guy. But I would much rather get another depth defenseman or even a top four defenseman, have Tanev and, well, you know what? I'll get a depth defenseman. I don't even need a Dan Girardi, just because Bieksa and Tanev can be the top four, because I want to give Tanev some time. I just need a top six defenseman. I don't think Connaughton's listed as a top six. Oh, he is listed as a top six. Yeah, he's not bad, but he's more of an offensive defenseman. No, I'd rather keep him down in the minors. I want to get like a shutdown defenseman, okay? So we need one top six defenseman, two roster spots, and a second line right wing, okay? So now I'll go back to free agency, and I'll show you guys that getting all those players is just not going to work out for our team right now. So if I went and got Marian Gaborik and Daniel Girardi, I mean, that would take me somewhere around, I don't know, like, what, 13 mil, 14 mil close to, because I'd have to increase the price to make sure I get those guys. So you're looking around 14 mil. We would only have like 2 mil left then to get our two depth players, right? And I know you guys are saying, well, they're only depth players. I'd rather have some depth this year, just because last year we were a good defensive team with two good lines, but then our offense shriveled up in the playoffs. So you need some depth goal scoring. So I don't think Marian Gaborik's going to work. I don't think Patrick Marleau is going to work. Their salary is just way too much. Dan Girardi's not going to work. His salary is way too much, and he would just take a roster spot away from Tanev, basically. So let's try to find a top six defenseman. These guys down here, Cam Barker, Orpik, Scuderi, Berglund, Eklund, Babchuk. All right, I'll check out all these guys. Hang on a second. Yeah, because these guys are all cheap. I'll start down here in Scuderi. Let's see, Rob Scuderi. He's got pretty good discipline. Oh, yeah, this guy's a shutdown defenseman for sure. He's got a really good defensive category with discipline and body checking, all right? Berglund, no, he's more, yeah, he's an offensive defenseman. No, we don't need that. Eklund, no, I'd rather take Scuderi still. Excuse me. Babchuk, no, you know what? I'll go with Rob Scuderi, okay? So this can round out our defensive core. 1 year at, I'll give you a 1 or 3.2. That should get him on the team. All right, so we're down to around 13 mil right now. So we have to get 3 forwards with 13 mil. So that's what I'm talking about. We can't go after players like Gaborik, Marleau. Gerby wouldn't be a second line or a bad second line right winger. And because he's 26 years old, he kind of takes us into the future. The only thing I don't like about him is he's not going to be a goal scorer, right? And on that line with Booth and Kessler, I almost need a sniper. I almost need somebody who can pop the goals in the net. You know what I mean? This guy's more of an assist guy, a great assist guy, but I need more of a goal scorer. Pominville, Yeah, he can score some goals, but again, 86 is everywhere. The guy I was looking at, boys, was Thomas Vanek. You're saving some money. Yeah, he's 30 years old, so he still has 4 years in him before he starts to get worse. He's listed as a second liner. All right, yeah, he's a left wing. We can work with that. 84 overall, but look at that shooting category. That's what I really like about a Thomas Vanek. He'll score goals on that second line with Ryan Kessler and David Booth. Right? 88, 88, 90, and 87 for shooting, and his offensive awareness is 90, his discipline is 84, and he's actually a pretty good defensive sniper. I mean, defensive awareness 84, and he's a good skater. All right, this guy is good all around, and he's got that shot where other players have the better passing, the puck skills category. Thomas Vanek has the better shooting category. So I think I want to get Thomas Vanek for our second line right wing. Everyone else, no, I don't like these players. No, I think I want to get Thomas Vanek. I save $4 million. Or 3 or 4 mil instead of going after Gabrick or Marleau, all right? And 1 mil instead of going after Nathan Gerby. So Thomas Vanek, and he's still very easily tradable within a few seasons. All right, yeah, I definitely want to go after Thomas Vanek. 4 years is the best contract. All right, I'll give you 4 years at 5.6 just to make sure it goes through. All right, 4 years at 5.6, and he's somebody who, if he drops off this year, we trade him away next year for sure. You know what? I'll just make sure it's 4 years at 5.5. Yeah, there's no other teams interested. Okay, 4 years at 5.5 for Thomas Vanek. Very nice. Whoa, where'd I go? There you go. So I got our defenseman, our second line right wing. Now we just need two third liners, or a third and a fourth, or 2 fourths. Okay. First guy I was looking at was Jarrett Stoll. All right, this guy pops out as a perfect third liner. Great face-off guy, third line center. He's good defensively, and he's actually not bad offensively. So he's just that perfect rounded-off player. 32 years old, so not going to be a trading asset, but somebody that we can just play on our team this year to hold down the fort, basically. So I'll give you 1 year at 3 mil. Yeah, just 3.05, just to be sure. There you go. And let's see how much money we should have left. If all those guys accept, let me just round up. 3, 6, yeah, 11. Okay. Yeah, we have about 5 million left to work with here. Okay, let's go after that last debt player. Again, I could have maybe spent some money on another second line right winger, right? But I'm just looking at our roster spots. There's just no room for another player like that. I mean, I could go after maybe a Dave Bolland here. That wouldn't be a bad for the third line. That would be actually really increasing it. Let's see again here. I was up around 11 mil, right? Yeah, 11 mil. I think I might be able to get all those players and a Dave Bolland, and then that would really bolster that third line. You'd almost have to put Yannick Hansen and Cassian on the fourth line to put Bolland on the third line. He belongs there. He belongs on the second line, but I'm just saying. Okay, why am I still unapproached? My bad. Unrestricted. Okay, let's try this. There's some other players down here I was looking at that caught my eye if I run into salary cap issues, but I think we can actually afford a lot of these guys here, so let me go after Dave Bolland, okay? Look at his stats, great defensive player, face-offs, again, we'll have plenty of face-off takers, penalty killer, all that good stuff, okay? So yeah, I would love to get my hands on Dave Bolland. There's other teams interested, though, so I'd have to jack up the price. So I'll give you 3 years at 4.850, okay? So if he doesn't accept, I'd imagine there might be one player in there who doesn't accept my offer. Might be one in there. Kosmachuk and Suter, no, we don't need those guys. Those guys were on the rosters at the beginning of the game. That's still against the rules. Goaltender, no, we don't need a goalie here. We're fine. Whitney, yeah, I'll take a prospect goalie, though. Those goalies weren't there when the game started. So there you go. I'll take one prospect goalie. All right, so there you go. Free agency has been completed, boys. Let us simulate up and let's see who we have signed to our team here. I hope I get everybody. I think Dave Bolland might not come. Brendan Whitney. All right, so I have too many goalies on my team. I couldn't even sign that prospect goalie. But I'd imagine other players are going to get on this team, no problem, okay? Let's see here. Thomas Vanek, he decided to go with another team. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. Dave Bolland decided to sign. All right, Scuderi decided to sign, and Jarrett Stoll decided to sign. Okay, so we got our, what's it called? We got our depth players, but we did not get our sniper, our second line right wing. But thankfully, there's still some players here available, like Pominville, Gerby. Let me just go by forwards here. Yeah, Pominville, Gerby, Marleau, and Gabrick. Okay, so they still have teams coming after them, especially Pominville and Gerby. I would rather get Pominville and Gerby instead of Gabrick and Marleau. I can't afford Gabrick and Marlowe anyways. I can afford Gerby and Pominville right now. Verbata. Okay, so let me just take a look at these two guys individually. Pominville, 86s for shot. Gerby, 86, 85, 93, 94. I think I got to go with Gerby just for the better shot and the potential. Let me go down here. Just looking around. Gerby's actually a little bit better defensively. Not in the body checking category, but in the stick checking category, like the defensive category. And he's faster. Yeah, I think Nathan Gerby's got to be the guy to go with. And he wants a 5-year deal. Yeah, I think I got to go with Nathan Gerby here, boys. Just feels like the better player to go with. I would have really liked to get my hands on Thomas Vanek. That didn't work out. That's okay, but we have to get one of these players here. So 6.7 for 5 years. Yeah, I'm fine with that for Gerby. There you go. And you know, in fact, just to make sure I get one of them, I'm going to give them both contracts. Both of them won't go through. Look at all the players. Look at all the teams that are interested in these guys. Both of them won't go through, but one of them will, and whichever one does, I will take, okay? Both these players are players that we can trade away in 2 or 3 years. They're not players that we drafted here, but we need to get that second line right wing, and I'm running out of options. I would have really liked to get, what's his name? Thomas Vanek, but it wasn't in the cards, all right? He decided to go to another team. So we have to try and get Jason Pominville or Nathan Gerby, okay? So I sent them both, what's it called? Let me just, one day at a time still, one day at a time. I don't know if I'm going to get those players. I sent them both offers. Whichever one wants to come to this team first. All right, so Pominville decided to go to another team, and Nathan Gerby decided to sign with us, okay? So that's why I went with 2 for 1 there. So we got Nathan Gerby instead of Thomas Vanek. We got Nathan Gerby. And we still have $1.6 million of salary cap available. Very nice. So we'll use that. We'll go to the end of the season here, and we will, yeah, I want to do some simulating today. So we'll see what happens here. Hang on 1 second here, boys. Let me blow my nose. Alright, sorry about that. We are back. So, what I want to do today, I want to get, I think I want to get 2 GM modes out today, because I do want to start the season simulation, but I don't want to go too far ahead, because I know you guys want to see how our team is playing and get the line changes in and all that good stuff. So what I think I want to do is, yeah, I think I'm going to, let's get up to the preseason. I want to edit the lines, just do the roster moves, edit the lines basically. All right, we'll end it there, and then in the next video, which will come out today, I'll get you out 2 GM modes today. The next video today we'll do, I don't know, like, it'll be a shortened video. It'll only be like 8-10 minutes long, and we'll do like a month or 2 of simulating, change some lines, check out stats going on around the NHL. Man, I can't talk right now. Okay, so we'll get 2 videos out today. Come on now, simulation. All right, so we're done. So let's take a look at the new look Vancouver Canucks. A bit younger now with the additions to the top 6 of Nathan Gerby and Jonathan Drouin. You got a 26-year-old and a young prospect instead of Alfredson and St. Louis now. So we have got younger. Let's see if that's going to help us or hurt us. I almost can't believe that you've been the GM for 3 years. Yeah, I know, it's been a horrible 3 years. I'll be paying special attention to you, or to how you do this here, and decide whether, yeah, you're going to offer me another contract. Come on now, son. We're going to have a good year this year. We're going to have a good year. A bounce back year after those first two round, oh my God, I can't even talk right now. The 2 first-round exits, man. We got to come back strong from that. Okay, so preseason, let us do the roster changes and set it all up. So Eddie Lack and Clint Windsor, they're going to get the 1-2 punch in the net this year, okay? I think a lot of you guys may say that Windsor should get the start in the AHL, but I still think we can be a competitive team this year. And if we have that 1-2 punch in the net where if Windsor gets a win, he runs with it, I think that will help us get to the playoffs. Remember, it's more of a retooling team, the Vancouver Canucks, more than a full-on rebuilding team. If we were rebuilding, players like Kessler and the Sedin twins would be gone. But you guys want to keep those guys, so it's more of a retool than a rebuild, okay? And I don't think we need a full rebuild here. I mean, you got Hamhuis and Edler, top 2 defensemen for at least the next 4 years. I mean, how old are they? Yeah, 31 and 28 years old. Hamhuis is golden for another 4 years at least. So you have pieces in place, you know what I mean? You just got to give supporting cast, I guess. Hamhuis, Edler, Bieksa, Tanev as our top 4, yep. Then Scuderi and Yansov, yep. There you go. Okay, so no more Sammy Salo. It's Rob Scuderi now and Sov. Who else was in there? Sammy Salo and Cam Barker. Right. Now it's Scuderi and Sov. Okay. And forwards. Let's see who's not up here. Schrader. Yeah, Jonathan Drouin, you're getting up here now. Schrader, you're not. All those guys. Yep. Gauntz, you're not. Malhotra. Yep. Yep. All right, is there anyone I can send down? Cassian, can I send you down? No, so I have to have Cassian up now. But I think everyone's okay with that because Cassian is pretty much declared himself. I just want to. We're going into year 3 now, boys. Okay? All right, Cassian is now 23 years old. I think we need to make a decision on what role Zach Cassian has. I need him part of the team right now. If we're trying to turn him into a first or second liner, you got to put him in the minors, or you got to put him on the first or second line, and he's got to get points. But that's just not going to happen. I don't see that happening. I see him being able to score like a 20-25 goal season just because he's got a hard shot, and I'd imagine the accuracy might get slightly better. But he's more of a body checker, which tells me third liner at the best. All right, this guy is a third liner at the best. Maybe even a better fourth liner, just because of the defensive category really isn't that good. He's more of a body checker. Okay, but we have to make that decision. What is Zach Cassian? I'd say third liner for right now, but I don't know, man. Fourth liner. If when we become a good team and we have a filthy third line, I don't know if Zach Cassian will fit on that third line. I mean, 78 overall. You guys have seen teams that I've built to have mid 80s all in the third line. So, you guys give me your opinions on Zach Cassian. All right, for right now, he's the third liner, but I don't know, man. With the additions of Dave Bolland and other guys getting better, like Dale Weiss as well, he's a better third liner now than Zach Cassian. All right, but we'll see what happens here. So the Sedin twins with Jonathan Drouin, all right. Then Kessler, Booth, and Gerby. Okay, so there's our top 6 now. Then the third line, Bolland, Weiss, and Cassian. And then the fourth line, Stoll, Hansen, and Malhotra. Yeah, Manny's got to play in the fourth line now. He's 76 overall. Okay, and I'd rather have Weiss up on the third line instead of Yannick Hansen. So you can see how our third line has been bolstered now. Okay, with Dave Bolland on that. And Jarrett Stoll has been moved to the fourth line, and then the rest of our players have filled in the wings. Okay? So you can see how we needed that right winger and those 2 roster spots to fill up our team, and Scuderi to fill up the defensive core, okay? So, yeah, I like that line. Cassian, Bolland, and Weiss, Malhotra, Stoll, and Hansen. Edler, Hamuse, yep, Tanev, and Bieksa, yep, Sav, and Scuderi, yep. Power play, okay, so I want to make sure that I get, Jonathan Drouin, as many points as possible. If we are starting to lose and we want to turn into a good team again, we can take Drouin off the power play, really stack it up. But let's see how our team does with Drouin on the power play. Remember, I know he's only 77 overall, but that's because his body checking category really drags him down. His shooting category actually isn't that bad. So I'm expecting a 25-goal season out of Drouin, at least a 20. Booth, Kessler, and Gerby, yep. BX and Tanev, yep. 4-man power play, the 2 Sedin twins and Kessler and Gerby, I'm fine with that. Penalty kill, Kessler, Sedin, Bolland, and Weiss, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yep. All right, all that's good. And then Eddie Lack is going to be our starter, but 2-to-loss ratio for both goalies, okay? Yeah, everything looks good. And then Chicago, our AHL team. Who is scratched that I need to start? Let's just see here. Is there anybody? McKemmy? Pulock. I got to start Pulock. Okay, so let's just quickly do this. Mantha, I want you on the first line. Yep. Gauntz, I want you up here as well. Jensen, I want Jensen up here as well. Yeah, so Schrader, Mantha, and Jensen. And then Roden, Gauntz, and Hadar. Yeah, that's fine by me. Connaughton, yep. Okay, so Almqvist, right? This guy was not part of the team. Yeah. Adam Almqvist, you can come off. And Ryan Pulock, you can go on. I got to get this guy some ice time now. He's going to play up on the first line with Connaughton. Okay, Pulock, there you go. Same thing over here, son. Pulock, get on the first line. There you go. Schrader... I need Mantha. Yeah, I need Mantha and Jensen. Very nice. Schrader. Yeah, I can leave all that. Hunt. I'll take off this guy. Put Pulock in there. And let me put Jensen on the power play. There you go. The rest can be done. Pulock on the penalty kill. Did I already take him off the penalty kill? No. That other Almqvist guy wasn't even playing. And then Montoya as the starter. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, we don't have any prospect goalies now. They're already up in the NHL. Yeah, I'm fine with all that. All right, so we're going to leave it right there, boys. You're going to get 2 GMs for the price of 1 today. We've edited the lines for our AHL and NHL team. I'm going to get a month or 2 of simulating done, so in the next video, you guys can let me know about the line changes. All right, and I will see you guys there.